People, I've washed my cons, got all the dirt out, because that way it'll keep the water that I'm going to pan in nice and clean. You can see what you're actually doing. What I've done is a typical, what they call kitchen strainer. They're very useful because most people have one in the kitchen. So you can just go and grab it, and it costs you nothing. Otherwise, you need to buy a specific a mesh, a sieve specifically made for measuring down. But you don't need to use what you have available. So there's that. Now what happens with me when I done my Plus kitchen strainer? That's all I've got. A small amount. So I looked around and see what else I got laying around. I found this. You know, this is something you could buy. It's for the kitchen. I don't know what it's for. Is it a tea strainer? I don't know. I thought maybe tea strainers are a bit smaller holes, but this piece, fuck it. Let me get a nice shiny one. Yeah. This piece of copper wire is 1 millimetre in diameter. Now this 1 millimetre diameter fits through this kitchen strainer with a bit of slop. So that means these holes, they're square, they're larger than 1 mil, say 1.1 mil. So if you get your ruler out, I was going to say look at your fingernail, but everybody's fingernails are different diameter, different thicknesses. So, but you know, usually you got a ruler somewhere. You can see 1 mil. So those are slightly bigger than 1 mil, 1.1, and that's what fell in here. That what stayed behind in that. The rest moved down. Now, hardly anything. I got too much minus kitchen strainer, so I've got this bloke here. Now that doesn't fit in there because it's less than 1 mil. I got a piece of wire from somewhere that I poked through the hole, so it was a nice snug fit. And I thought it was 0.7 of a millimetre. It may be 0.8. I'm not quite sure exactly, but let's say it's 0.7. So it's slightly, well, if that's 1.1, this is 0.7. And this bunch of material here is what I caught in the 0.7. How much is there? Maybe two eating spoons. What went through this is now here. So that's under 0.7 of a mil. Forget about mesh and all that bullshit, because mesh depends how thick the wire construction is. Like if the holes are 1 mil and your bloody actual wire diameter making that mesh is 1 mil, you'll get a different reading than if the wire was made of 0.5 mil. So I'll just go by the diameter of the squares, the width of the squares. So that's plus 1.1 mil. This is between 1.1 mil and 0.7 of a mil, and anything that can fit through a 0.7 mil square hole landed in here. So we'll go over here. Now because I've got hardly any material, this will be very easy to pan off. So it's not even a teaspoon, or about a teaspoon at the best. So shake it up, round, round, round. Put it under the water. Okay, now I'm not really happy about these big riffles. They're more for at the creek. When I've got shit this small diameter, I will use this smaller riffles. So round, 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 left, right, bunch it up in the bottom of that bottom lip, put it under the water, and just left, right, left, right. And because I've got a lip on this flat surface going up, there's a lip. Any gold should be there. But as long as I don't try to push it out, it should stay there. So what I'm doing is left, right, and I'm tipping. And as I'm tipping, the less dense material is slowly walking its way out. And that's it. Now I've got very little material left. I bring it over here. Left, right, and all that. And now I backwash it. If you don't know how to backwash it, it's a very important skill. Practice it. And this is very easy to backwash. And you can see I managed to get one piece above 1.1 mil. So that's the biggest piece all day. It's a sticker. So what I'll do, I'll take that out of there, put it in a container. I'll leave it there for now, but I'll take that out, put it on somewhere, and I'll move on to the next size pan. And for now, over bucket. So now I've transferred from that Garrett pan to this Chinese one, because I want to make use of these small riffles. And what I'm doing, because all the material is pretty much similar size, the denser material should go to the bottom. Now, heaps and heaps of black sand is on the top. That means it's just pure black sand. But anyway, so now I'm going left, right. I'm under the water and I'm pumping. I'm not pumping, I'm doing left, right, and tilting. So I'm tilting and I'm expecting all the gold to drop straight down to the bottom of the pan, whether it be over here or over there or over there. It should go to the bottom of that black sand. As long as the material is moving, it shouldn't be a problem. And I expect all the gold really to be there. So I'll just keep doing that until I feel I'm ready to move on to the smaller riffles. So I'll just keep doing that. And I'm slowly lifting up the back of the pan until I get to a good amount. Now there, what I'm going to try and show you what I'm seeing. I've got one piece of gold that was in that lip there. On the second lip, if you call that the second one, I can see one, I can see, I think two, three. Now I'm doing the third one. There was none. Okay. Now I'll go over to the, it was 3, 2 and 1 I think it was. So I should have about 6 pieces left behind after I sort this small riffle stuff out. So under the water, left, right, and I'm looking at, and because it's quite large pieces of gold competing against quite large pieces of black sand, the gold should be easy to spot if it's trying to sneak off. Okay, now I've knocked that down a fair bit, and now I'm going to go over here and do the backwash. Left, right, and backwash. So 6 is the magic number. And I'll just get them up against the wall. I'm seeing 4 and 5. I'll just separate them a little bit and backwash. I'm only seeing 5. And one tried to get away there. Back up there. And just push these black things out the way. So it's 5. I thought it should be 6. There is a microscopic biggest Kev nugget down there, but I'm not going to concern myself with that. Some people, well, there's 2 of them in there. People say it adds up. No, it doesn't. So I'll get rid of all that black shit. Now I'm a little bit confused why there's 5 and not, now there's 4. Oh, 2 got stuck together, wait. So if you can see that, there's 5. What I'll do, I'll put that in there. And just to double check now, well I can, I'm going to empty this water out and repan this stuff here to see if there is one that escaped. If one got escaped, I need to practice more. If it didn't, then I'm fine. So I'll be back either with I'll be back with the report, and we'll see what we can do with that final minus 0.7 of a mil. Over. Okay, so I've just going over that to see that tailings to see if I did mess up. Just the last little bit of it. I'm just using the small riffles. I'll do one more. Okay, and then we'll swing it up there for the backwash. And there's nothing in it, so that's good. Now, so I've got one good sized piece and 5 around about the 0.7. Now grab the really small shit. Now this is the hard part. They're good for practicing your skills, and this is for tuning your skills in, your panning skills in, for tuning them in anyway. You know, this is hard. This is where you get value for money. When you buy, say for example, you purchase some pay dirt, you don't want it to be so easy that, you know, you creamed your pants before you even got started. You want to get something out of it, so that's why you got this hard stuff. Okay, now here I've got a lot of blondes in there. I'll just I'll do it the same way. Look, left, right, forward, back, left, right, under the water, and left, right. Now I'm watching the black sands. They've reached the end, so I'm going to put it all back down again and start again. Left, right, dip it under the water, the whole pan under the water. Not a long way under, as long as this tip here is under the water. And I'm slowly lifting the back end, but maintaining this to be just under the surface. And left, right. And hopefully the yellow stuff, the blondes, the light blondes, will go out before the black sands, but it seems the black sand's catching up. So what I'm going to do now, these riffles are just too big for the size of the sand particles. So I'm going to use these little ones. There's not enough length in these small riffles, but never mind. I'm tempted to use a smaller pan. Anyway, look. Left, right. Under the water. Who's bored? You can go away. I'd be bored if I was watching some bloke doing this all day, piss farting about. But somebody might want to learn something. I don't know if you're going to learn much here. This is not the learning channel. Just what I'm doing. Sometimes I make a fool of myself. Pretty much every time I make a fool of myself. But it's a way of doing things. You might see something there and say, "Oh fuck, that's a good idea." Very unlikely, but you never know. Okay, look, I'm having trouble with that. I'm going to go back to my small pan. I don't like the very small lengths of those small riffles, so I'll go to this. Forget about the anaconda. We'll go back to this Chinese bloke. I wouldn't mind one of these bloody Chinese pans in 14 inch. They are available. Only it's 20 bucks. I don't want. Fuck, I've got millions of money in the bank and I don't want to spend 20 bucks. Fuck me dead. I'm going to do it. One day this week, I'm going to turn the internet on, go to eBay or wherever it is, and purchase. Anyway, I'll get rid of an amount, right? When I get rid of an amount, I back it off and start again. Left, right. Pan under the water and tipping. And that's enough. I think I rushed that one, so I'll quickly get it back. I've still got a lot of blondes in there. The way I do it, the blondes tend to stay around for too long. Normally they, when you do the wave, they go flying out. But anyway, get rid of about half a teaspoon. Back it goes, and under the water, and left, right. Back it goes under the water, and left, right. Back it goes, left, right, and under the water. I'm rushing it. Back it goes, left, right, under the water. Left, right. Back it goes, left, right. Back it goes, left, right. And one more time. Left, right. Now, of course, if you don't have a pan like the pan I'm using, you can't do what I'm doing because it's just like this is just suitable for this pan. So if you got one of these, you can do it this way. If you've got a different pan, you can perhaps Is it modify? No. You could possibly adapt what I'm doing to your own pan. Now, I've got to the stage where my material is getting away. I'm going to go get the special sauce, and then I'll bring you back in, because that'll stop shit from floating, which they're not, but it will also tends to put a coating or something between particles, and the heavies tend to remain fixed, whereas the lighter, denser material pisses off. So I'll be back in a minute. Over. So this special sauce is actually Finish dishwashing detergent. It normally comes in a blue colour. Mine's gone white, clear. The sun got to it or something like that. I don't know. I'll give it about 1, 2, 3, 4 drops. I could have done one. I found it so cheap. You can, I don't know how much you put in. 4's plenty for this small amount of water. So I go left, right. Tap, tap, tap. I'm trying to get it all against the wall. And now I pump. And I'm watching all around here to see if any tiny little fly shits are running away. Okay, I'm starting to get overexcited and pushing things too quickly, so I'll dispose of that. A little bit more water. How much water? I don't know. An amount, whatever you feel comfortable with. Possibly better with too much than not enough. When you tap, 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 the momentum or the inertia of the tapping is grabbed by the denser gold, and it tends to leap towards the back. And the light shit, being light, it doesn't grab as much inertia. I don't know if that's the proper way to explain it, but it bounces this way. Now, once you've got a layer of light shit on this side of the gold has trouble getting past that barrier. It's like a film of damn wall blocking the gold. So or not. If you see some gold not against the wall, tap, tap, tap it so it is against the wall. And then go back to backwashing. Okay, now I want to get rid of this, so do a bit of left, right. Got to be careful with this left, right, left, right. Ideally, you'll have a squirting bottle, like a snuffer bottle, but in reverse to wash this shit out. I'm just relying on friction to hold that gold up top. Okay, now I'll give it one more piece of water. Can go back there. And 3 drops. Do that. Tap, tap, tap a little bit. And just a little bit of pumping. Push the black dot away, push that black dot away. If it's a black dot, it's obviously not gold, is it? So I can just push them out the way. Tap, tap, tap. That one is a bit of gold. You can go back up there. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, I just smashed it. Banged it with my hand and ruined everything. Clumsy. That's why I like to tip the nonsense out on occasion, so that if you do be clumsy like I just was, you can you don't have to go through the whole process all over again. You only have to go through the process where the mess happened. I think that might nearly do me. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, that'll do. Now, get rid of this. It might be one piece got away. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so that's that. So there's that, which I'd say would be, and there's a little bit of shit in there, mate. I think I got it. That'll be about 0.07. And then over here I've got the, how many did I say? 6 pieces. One biggest piece all day. And it's still got a lot of dirt in there. Damn it. From a dirty pan. So I got 5. I'd say that'd be a 0.05 in there. 0.05, and what did I say? 0.07. Did I say 0.07? Yeah. So I reckon I got 0.12 for the day's work. May or may not be wrong. I could be way under. Very, very disappointing when you're under. So usually it's better to predict low, and then everything extra is a bonus. The actual biggest piece all day. Sound effects. I'll give it a size and sound a 0.03. I'll give that a 0.03. 0.025. Somewhere there. People, I'll be back in the workshop with the conclusive results. Over. Okay, let's see what happened here. Here's the biggest piece all day. Bung that in. .024. I can't recall if that's what I tipped or not. So 0.024. Let me chuck in this bundle here. These are the 5 pieces out of the second size of stuff. Shit, 0.04. So that biggest piece all day weighs more those 5 second biggest pieces all day. Who wants to have a look at how does it look in there? Oh, anyway. So 0.02 for the second biggest pieces all day. And then we've got our tiny shit. So I need, Jesus, there's nothing in there. So much for my, I thought it was 0.07 in there. Not even close. Not even 0.04. But we'll look. This is all the below 0.07 of a millimetre. 0.7 of a millimetre. That's done. So we've got 142 plus all 0.042 plus this. Nowhere near 0.1. Never mind. .067, .068. Yeah. Oh, I thought the bigger pieces would add up to that, plus all the small shit. And it's still. That's what happens when you predict high instead of bloody low. I'm not disappointed. I am. Is it value? How do you measure the value? I mean, financially it's a shocker, but people pay like $10 to go on the bloody Big Dipper and get the shit scared out of them and vomit and all this stuff. People pay for stupid things. So everybody's different. Did I enjoy myself on the day? Look, I don't know. I don't know nothing anymore. I'm tired of this shit. That's why me and others who get similar small amounts, you need to concentrate on the pleasure part it's bringing. If it's not bringing pleasure, don't fucking do it. I don't know if I'm getting that much pleasure out of it. I sort of am, and I'm sort of not. People, what can I say? Moment of Leah, I am Mono, over and